Hi, as you can see, I am your weekend tarot, and we have a few cards that just popped out, which is hmm, we have the Devil and we have the Page of Wands. It seems like somebody has won a battle, and maybe the adversary is not happy about it. I believe that they have understanding that crafts and things were being played against them. As you can see with the Page of Wands, it's something that's starting out fresh, something that's starting out new, having a new perspective on things. Okay. Pardon me, is minus the background noise. I had some roommates that had just came in, so please excuse me, but these messages are very important for someone. Okay, so listen to the message, don't listen to the background noise or sound. Okay, so we have a fresh start. We have a new perspective of life. Okay. Somebody, we have also the Three of Swords. We have the Seven of Wands. The Three of Swords and the Seven of Wands. It's backed up. The Three of Swords is backed up with the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Somebody is fighting for their heart. They're fighting for their, you would say their life, but we always have a life, but they're fighting on a new path, a journey to the life that they would like to live and love. With the Two of Swords, they're kind of not understanding what way that they would like to turn, so they're they're reflecting upon their intuition and allowing it to guide them. Once again, with the Page of Wands here, they have a new perspective, so they're going within on some things. The Seven of Wands shows that they have been battling. They have been constantly battling with certain things, and it could mean the Wheel of Fortune. It could mean an inheritance. It can mean a relationship. It could mean that somebody is just tired of a karmic cycle, and they're just ready from always, as people say, I think it's called the underdog. They're ready to stand up and become a man or a woman or something like that. It's nothing wrong with being the underdog. Sometimes that's really good, but every now and then you want to make decisions upon your own lives and everything. I have a feeling somebody just went through an argument, uh, something to do with money or finances. The King of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Definitely somebody is fighting um about their heart, things that they would like to do, things that they love to do. They have been bounded for so long. The King of Swords comes with two things. One is somebody could have sworn an oath, where the Queen of Swords is the one that usually shows someone who has sworn an oath, or either it means that someone has taken a new vow on something. And from what I'm getting is they refuse to go back to a situation that they used to be in. It's not serving its purpose. That's with the King of Swords. Okay, the two birds, because with the Queen of Swords, it's one bird flying. With the King of Swords, it's two birds flying. And they both speak of swift justice and swift truth. Okay, they're willing to fight, sweat, shed blood, whatever the situation is. And that don't always mean like to beat somebody up or anything. It means like maybe somebody could have been having problems with their weight, and they're willing to go to the extent of sweating, of sometimes doing whatever it is needed to get that weight lost or whatever. Some people like to gain weight, and they're willing to do any and everything. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles came out, and it came with a spinner. Somebody might be wanting to ride on somebody else's coattail. Something they haven't earned, but they feel like they're entitled to. The King of Pentacles is showing that there is an offer, a peaceful offer at that. And we have a few cards. I'm not going to read all of them that came with it, but it's a form of judgment, as you can see. We also have the Six of Wands, which means intuition on how to build your kingdom, insight. Yes, we have the High Priestess, and we have the strength to continue to move forward, the courage to be able to do so. It means to continue to believe in your uniqueness. People may judge you because they don't want you to express yourself. There's, for example, I am going to use homosexual um things that goes on. Some people are like in the closet, and that's fine if that's their private and personal life. There's other people who want to explore that kind of way. And I, once again, don't find anything with people with sex, excuse me, with your explorations and stuff like that, self exploring. But when somebody goes against someone's, this is why we got the Wheel of Fortune as well. When somebody goes against someone's free will, I have a problem with that. Okay, you should be able to do as you want, whenever you want, as long as it doesn't hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? And some people have been battling with that. Some people have been battling, oh, I'm going to be judged, or such and such, and God is going to condemn me to hell, and all these kind of things. And I'm going to definitely tell you it is improper order when it does come to Christianity, when it's read by the biblical text. And at the same time, it says, my grace is significant enough for you. I wouldn't ask anybody to stay in a relationship if they are a Christian, that goes against the very thing that they read. Me personally, I really feel as though that God gave you birth you for a reason, that you're here with a purpose. I believe you are specially designed. I truly don't believe people will go to hell for being something that, or accepting who they are. Some people go through different stages in order to be able to test the spirits. Okay? So I just want people to understand, stop battling with yourself. You don't have to come out the closet if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But that's a battle we're always in. What if somebody ever find out? What if somebody use that against me that might know me? How is my mom and dad going to judge me? How is my grandfather going to judge me? How's the past? You know what I'm saying? You're killing yourselves because God say, come to him in truth and spirit. And if this is who you are, be who you are. And if God is ready to deliver you, allow God to do that. Allow him to allow your body to be able to find peace within itself upon your mentality. Get rid of anything that is attaching itself, that is trying to blackmail you or trying to hold you in bondage or say that you have to do such and such. I tell you right now this truth, that every oath has been broken because God has made anew of everything and all things. The adversary is angry and in opposition to everything that is good for your life, because it's already done. They don't want people to know this. They don't want me to speak about these things because I am the truth and I understand everything. Some people have had power over somebody, acting like they're their friends. But the moment that they want to go do something for themselves or find a love that they really care about, they have a problem with it because they know that they are free. They know they have set themselves free, and they're like, oh my gosh, now what am I do? How I'm going to rely on that energy? How I'm going to be able to feed off that energy? How I'm going to be able to pay such and such? How I'm going to be able to do such and such? How I'm going to be able to manipulate, da da da, and the list goes on. Anybody who don't want you to have freedom is keeping you in bondage. I know grown men and women, 56-year-old, right now still have to ask permission for certain things. You don't need permission to live your life. This is your birthright. You must command yourself to live and not die. That is written. Oh, they're going to blow your head off. Oh, they're going to such and such. God, you're going to have to give me the strength because I feel like I'm being blown away every time I stay in this situation, this relationship, a circumstance that is not for my good. You already say that you can turn evil and make it into good. They have played so many types of illusions that they want me to fear shadows. They want me to fear my way of walk. They want me to fear my pathway. They want me to feel hatred. They don't want me to have joy. They don't want me to have energy. They don't want me to have anything. And if I do have it, they want a portion of it. God said, I made you complete. I have given you 100% of everything that you ever need. And you're not obligated to give anybody besides me. And that's 10%. Because I planted your seed. That did not form your lips, your eyes, your mouth, your heart, your feet. They have no rights upon your life. And this is the truth. They can fool you into believing these things. And if they could try, because God is really stepping up now. And they can make you believe that your life is destroyed and send a whole bunch of people and stuff and start a whole bunch of quarrels and everything so that you can't find peace amidst the darkness or forms of chaos. Sometimes that's where you find your most inner peace. Peace be still. I didn't even know I had that in me. I can't believe it. Wishing death on people's life. They need to be wishing death against the sins that they had created and ask that they go away. So they won't have to keep trying to transfer their energy, their negative, you know what I'm saying? Because they are fear of consequences, but saying they're not afraid or God don't see us or, you know what I'm saying? Or seeing things like God don't care. Making excuses because they know what the truth is, but they rather lead people to darkness and act like they don't know. Which they're held accountable because those who didn't know is innocent because they had no clue about it. Anyhow, let me continue with a few more of these cards and then I'm gonna continue to move. Then I'm gonna close it out. Okay. So I'm your weekend tarot, and I want you to understand that you have the right to live. It is your birthright. God granted you birth. You may came through your mother and father's tunnel, but God is the one that formed you in her womb. Matter of fact, he formed you in your father's testicles. Okay. We have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands means that there's like swift communication, all different forms of moving forward, people following you, getting an understanding um of what some things are about. It's clearing the air. Like if it's a lot of darkness that has been coming your way and they've been forming thoughts and they've been trying to flip your life upside down so that you won't be able to understand what is for you good and hoping that you instead believe upon fears. Well, God is about to do something magnificent for your life. Okay, even if the angels have to fight your battles, God is going to come through because he's tired of the foolishness. He's tired of people being in prison, and I mean mental prison. Okay, mental prison. Any way that they could try to trip and trap, guilt trip. You know what I'm saying? Thirst trap, whatever it is. Double bargain, teaming up on you. One person say something, then the other person follow up to try to get you both ways. All these kind of things. God is going to start protecting you from your top, your bottom, and both sides then. Okay? Oh, yes, sir. Two more cards, please. All right, so we have, yes, somebody trying to snatch it from you. Somebody don't want you to have that 10 of cups. Somebody want to live your life. Somebody want to step in your shoes. Somebody want a partnership with you, but they're not for you good. You got to be careful of those because there's somebody who do want that for you. There's somebody who wants you to have peace, abundance. As a matter of fact, they come fully prepared. Their heart is upon the right place. They know exactly what they want. Some of them might not have everything. Like just say somebody asked me yesterday, what about a homeless person? How about you did a homeless person? And that's a yes or no question. But I would say yes because you never know if God's going to do something magnificent for that person's life. You know what I'm saying? You never know what God has in store. That could be your angel in disguise. I will also say no, because you could be gravitating to the very type of lifestyle that that person is in. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have nothing for you, and therefore you'll be unequally yoked. Okay, you wouldn't be able to, do the things that is really needed for you. You wouldn't be able to grow in a way that bring forth your dreams. So it depends on how you look at the situation. You have to be a person of a very high conscience and on a very high level to be able to believe that God is going to do something. If you are drawn to that person and your heart connects and you spiritually involved, then go with that feeling. Go with it. Pray on that relationship. Pray on that person. Pray deliverance from out, whatever type of situation that person may be in. Stick with that person. If you can do something for that person, do that. Visit them every day. Pray together if you can, if they believe in prayer. If they're a match for you in such a way, then so be it. Because some people can have all the finances and be the most evilest person you ever met. You thinking it's your dream come true and it's your nightmare. You get there, you get married, and all of a sudden they got all type of orgies, forcing you to participate in it, asking you to do things that you don't want to do, seeing all forms of sex trafficking. You can't say nothing. He didn't show this part of you. And you wasn't praying upon this relationship because God will have shown you or given many signs of it. Sometimes we go through certain situations though, in order for you to be able to take the steps that is needed to understand what you don't need. So never take any form of life lesson as a curse, but as a blessing. Okay? So pray about everything, especially your relationship, because that is something that can alter your life. Okay? And some people don't have your best interest. They would try anything, any craft, any dark craft. They would use their children to try to get involved with crafts. You know what I'm saying? To try to keep you separated, to keep you from this 10 of Cups, happily ever after. Sometimes, child, you gotta fight for what you really believe in. Nobody said it was gonna be easy. But I tell you, it get easier when you start believing upon yourself. I got the power to say no. I got the power to be able to say yes. Yeah, these things may have happened to me, and yet I still live, and yet I'm still moving forward. I may have got a little bit of bumps and bruises, scrapes and scars, but that was only to break that dark shell that was around me so that I can manifest my beautiful light. That I still say that I love Christ. I still love me. I still love my family. And I'm still doing what's good. And I won't stop. Two more, that one more card, please. One more card. This would be the final card. And with this, the tower came up in which I have the Hermit at the bottom, and I have the World card at the top. Yeah, somebody wants your world turned upside down, and they want to take a look into your Akashic records. They want to get through you that door. They want to try to hold your voice from speaking. They want to be tremble and be afraid to speak about their good life or anything that's good. You know what I'm saying? They want you to feed upon dark energy so that light can't shine through you or on you. But God is God. His will is going to be done regardless if people want that or not. Okay? Somebody want to look into your stuff so they can tap into your stuff and try to get on your timeline. They want to get on your timeline and try to knock you off your horse so that they can ride it. And it never really feels good. It's temporary. It's temporary. This person is always going to be mad because the person really desire and thirst for their one true love. You know what I'm saying? And with the other person, they know that the person always wants they desire for their one true love. But God is going to flip it upside right. You see that light at the bottom? You see how it's like a different form of light? You see the fiery judgments and stuff that was being thrown down? Look at this card again and see that they're actually, what they thought was for their bad, God has made it for their good. He remembered the past and he's giving you a brighter future. The Hermit wants you to contemplate, wants you to really get an understanding who have been asking for your information, who have been asking for you to open certain doors, who have been asking for you to switch shoes or switch foots or cause problem to somebody's life, who have been doing these things. Even right now, sometimes I stand attacked because I'm speaking the truth. And I love it. You know why I love it? Because I already know that I could deliver myself from out of these situations. I already know that it's already done. I already know that the adversary plans is no more. You know what I'm saying? That God is much greater. And as soon as I get finished this, I got to get finished with something else. You know what I'm saying? To bring forth God's greatness and God's blessing. I love it because I know my God is greater than their attacks. This is what they want. They don't want the four corners of the universe. They don't want this person to be able, they don't want your the female version of Christ to come out, the Holy Spirit. You know, they want her to be like Eve. Eve said, but he deceived me. And God said, you still got to you still got to bow. You still got to submit. But I'm going to make you the mother of all living. I'm going to allow you to see things you never seen before. I'm going to call things upon your life that isn't to become, and things that aren't good for you to be deceased. All these things that they try to attack you is going to become your best friends, greatest allies. You see, you're surrounded with my hedge. You got that infinity immortality symbol. There's nothing that they can do that hurts you. You go through things, but you're still standing and you're still moving forward and climbing the steps to your own journey. This is your life. I given you these blessings. They will reap what they soweth. Don't you even hate that person. Not 1 ounce of hate. Forgiveness is one of the hardest things. If you don't want to forgive them, forgive yourself for trusting them. Okay? Because that's one of your pathway. I forgive myself for ever trusting these kinds of people. I forgive myself for disliking God for having me become a part of the family or anything like that. But I thank God for anything that is not of my good that he has already disassembled upon my life. They hold no attachment. They are already gone. And that's not wishing death. That's just wishing blessings. I wish you good well if God ordains it, which I truly don't think he would, because I am his child of the Most High God. I'm the daughter of the Most High God. You're the son of the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? They have to reap what they have sown. Okay? So that's pretty much all. Gain your world. That's how you lose everything. And that because God says lose everything. He means lose all the distractions. Lose all those things that has been bottling up and hurting you and trying to take all your blessings. Lose all those things that makes you feel empowered, and then all of a sudden you gotta feed your energy. He's that water that causes you to thirst no more. You won't have a thirst, you'll have a desire. It's a difference. He will fulfill that. You will have this passion that God will set you on fire. You don't care how the world judges you. You know that everything that you do is good, and therefore all you can reap is good. You will understand that they want what you have. You think you're losing, but all you're doing is gaining. You'll no longer feel empty and feel like you got to keep feeding and feeding, because God is going to give you that everlasting bread. You will also understand that everything that holds attachment that they have used to try to act like, oh yeah, this means a yes. You could be playing like a game and the game says, your score is down 10. Well, I guess I get to go take his 10. Nah, your score is down 10. It just means continue to improve. This is your game, not theirs. How'd you get on there anyway? This is your focus. This is what you desire, what you believe in. Okay. All right. Don't feel any type of way. Oh, two more cards I'm going to do for y'all that can inspire you to do and get what is rightfully yours. It's your birthrights. All right. I hope y'all can see that very well. Let me make sure y'all can see me. Let me make sure y'all can see. I hadn't done a reading and I ain't shuffled it yet. Hold on. Anyhow, okay, so I'm going to shuffle these cards and I want to make sure that y'all are able to see it. I bless it, of course. I still see some cards. I want you to understand that you're important. Important. You can't let distractions to stop you. You can't let them enter into your etherance, your hearing, your vibration and stuff, and try to make and allow that to try to take over your thoughts and stuff. Your earth rings, etherins are your earth rings. Yeah, that's right. You made of it. They're rings that send out vibrations and stuff. It's what communes with you. Okay, you have to stay focused. You have to stay on track. All right. You have to know that you are here with a purpose and a plan. You owe me this, and you, oh no, I don't. I owe God. You took that from God. You try to force me to do things that I didn't want to do. You say that in order for me to be able to get such and such, I was going to end up having financial hardship. You was never my friend. You try to cause all different types of hardships and follow me into a certain type of contract. You stole this from God, and God commands me to have my life, not yours, but mine. You're a liar, and the truth is not in you. We have yeah, I see. We have Vasar. Yeah, Vasahara. All right, and okay, let's see. All right, so somebody might be going through some type of. There's I hear two different kinds of courts. One is somebody's going through like a financial, going through a regular court, physical court. Another one is a courtship, like somebody's trying to court somebody. Somebody trying to court somebody because they need finances. Their finances is messed up. They made a deal behind closed doors, and this person, like, if you bring me this person, I give you $100,000. All your money will be paid off, or whatever. And this person don't really understand that what has been going on, and they are taught that because they wasn't able to come through or make good on the promises. Another person seen that, whoa, I ain't going through with this. You know what I'm saying? They're like, nah, okay. So they're trying to do any and everything to try to feed off of other people because they're in a financial hardship that they had placed upon so many other people. Anyway, with Vaz Sahara, the truth is going to come out about certain situations and things. Okay, your angels is working on you. They're trying to curse and craft, but God is the God of gods, the Lord of lords, the King of kings, Queen of queens, whatever you want to call it. Okay, they didn't create the universe or the earth. What makes them think they got power over it? They don't. And y'all need to start believing and understanding this. Okay, this where these angels are gonna come through, along with other beings, to stand on point. Some of the things that they thought they could hide It's not going to be hidden. The same way that they broke into other people's lives and asked it is the same way that what was closed is open upon their life, that they thought they had hidden secret, that they had buried in the ground. Even death is going to cough these things up, which is the reason why we tell people get everything right now, because next year is going to be the worst time, you know what I'm saying, that anybody is going to be able to ever imagine. Get it all out of you. Throw up, spit up, and not about alcohol and stuff, but that spiritual throw up. You need to do that spiritual. Get all them toxic people or things or situations or guilt that you might be holding on to. Get it out of you. You know what I'm saying? And for some of y'all, yeah, y'all do work at a lower vibration, but you don't always have to be so hateful. A lot of people believe that if they work in a Matahara energy, they got to be all aggressive and mean and sad. I can sit right here and say, sit down. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's just as powerful. Sit down. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people know about vibration. They believe that if they yell and scream, that it's gonna mess somebody wavelength up and everything, their vibration, and send forth sharp waves rather than nice beautiful curves. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it does that, but if you are able to understand how the water upon your body, same way that the water upon the glass, when you sing to it, it bring forth a beautiful melody. Well, we're made of a lot of water, so we got to sing to ourselves, we got to dance with ourselves, and the water vibrates at the same level. So some people understand that, but they use it in a backward form. They say most hateful things because they want your water to become bitter. They say very harsh for it and move super fast, so that way it can try to like scratch it, kind of like, it's the best way I know how to say it, and everything like that, so it's not as smooth and peaceful and everything. So you have to understand how these people use some of your their waves, or your waves, vibrational waves and stuff. You got to understand that, you know, for example, I tell my child, no, you can't marry, no, you can't enter into those kind of, you know, bondages and stuff like that. I've already experienced a lot of things with some people, honey, and trust me, they got nothing for your good, you know, and I pray blessings upon her life. You know, they just can't do it. Okay, we got several cards, so I'm just gonna do this one more time. Nah, some people like, I had a landlord one time, like, if you don't do this, then you gotta, you know, try to make it harder. Where you gonna go, and all these kind of questions and stuff like that. And God is displeased with all this kind of behavior. You know what I'm saying? And God is about to show His face to all those who showed their ugly faces to His people, His children. Whew. Okay, last card for y'all, and I want y'all to understand that you're beautiful. All right, um we have Vulaya, also known like a veil, Vulaya. All right, with Valaya, you know, it speaks of yeah, this is the angel. And I know I felt some kind of presence, but this is the angel that's letting you know that many people have prayed and cried and hoped to be out of a situation, felt like they're in bondage and everything. And I'm telling you, those of opposition of what is good for your life have been having a field day with it. They're still planning on having a field day with it. But God is opposing all these things and letting them know that I am the God of hosts, you know, that I am the Lord of hosts. And this angel here brings out, you know, truth as well, but mainly from out of bondage, mental bondage, physical bondage, you know, all different types of things. that has been hindering your blessing, hindering your life. And no, you can't give your stuff away to people. No, they cannot call your name. They cannot ask for you to switch places with another individual. Every man got to work out his own soul salvation. Bless the name of Christ. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to work that out. I'm quite sure God sent angels to everybody's house, home, and lives to get them out of certain situations. There are mothers and fathers who are still praying for their children, and they're still able to help because they never gave up and everything like that. And that's a beautiful thing, because that's a blessing all by itself. However, for some people, it's scary become a little tougher, because many of them has been, you know, they don't have the same access. The lying spirits is no longer working. The lying tongues are no longer working. The illusions is being dismantled. The veil is coming off the faces. People are seeing people for who they truly are, and they're like, I still can't believe this. Dog, you try to set me up. You know what I'm saying? Well, what was I supposed to do? Generation after generation. And some people have to understand that you are the one that got to break this chain. Be the one, well, I'm never going to be like this person. I'm not going to get into such and such or whatever. Some people are sent to you to break that. Some people had came into your life and you pushed them away. Either you said it were too soft and too weak and they were nothing but food, or you say that they not strong enough to do certain things. Love is the greatest form upon the whole universe. It's not that they're weak, it's just that they have self-control. You know what I'm saying? They always have to act rowdy. Rowdy told you she couldn't take my man. Wait a minute, that wasn't even your man. You used witchcraft and trickery. You know that ain't your man. Because that is the case, he would have been drawn to you. Not forced towards you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I took her woman right off his arm. No, he's same thing just like that karmic. Y'all can get it right. Y'all both know where you're gonna go. And y'all both gonna be married to each other, learning both the experience that you done to those people. Period. Including breaking gotta sticks, you know what I'm saying? Law. Covenant breaker. Period. Alright, so that would be it for today. Okay. Law. We call law. And that's like victory. And the other one is her, y'all. Can you see that? Oh, okay. Yeah. This one as well. This one deals with like intellect, and I'm reading them as I go because I do work with them and everything like that. But I want to know, what is it pertaining to on this message. These cards right here is the only ones like I usually read on it. Okay, because the message is usually the same, and it's a whole lot. It's plenty of these. You know what I'm saying? Angels and stuff like that we speak of, that when you speak with certain energies and you gotta meditate and you gotta pray upon it and everything like that, then that means that you have to really accept it. Sometimes certain types of angels, it takes a little longer to be able to get in contact with and everything like that, whereas others is like instant. They could have been sent to you. You could be on your right path, so they already there, present. But you got to meditate and you got to pray and you got to commune. That's why, the Father said, I know you not. Means that didn't I cast out demons? Didn't I heal the sick and all these things? But did you ever build a relationship with me? You know what I'm saying? Even my son said, you now have the right to be able to come and speak to me. That you'll no longer call just disciple. You are my best friends. You are my sister. You are my brother. Okay, and I know some type of some Christians and be like, isn't she mixing um? It says not to um use tarot with Christian belief and everything like that. I'm gonna tell a lot of the Christians right now and everything, and many other people who might be on that. I have set myself free. If that's your way of looking at me, that's fine. I will give you understanding that from the beginning of time, because y'all also believe that's like dealing with the spirit of the dead. And I will have to say this to that: the people that are dead to me is every person that is against anything that is good for my life or the life of my loved ones. People who rape for no reason, who force people to do things that they do not want to do, who kill and destroy for no these are dead. These are the dead that God does not want people really to attach themselves. He said, come out ye from among them. He called Elijah from the dead, right? That was supposed to be the dead, but he said he's not dead, he's sleeping. Okay? He is sleeping. So why wouldn't he call back his brother? Why wouldn't he call back his sister, knowing that he's doing good and working on what is good? Why wouldn't I want to commune with my ancestor who is alive and well, who can instruct me, who is inside my own DNA? A lot of people have hereditary things that they go to, like they might have alcoholism or love women a lot and stuff, or whatever the situation is, through their DNA. It could be their great grandfather who was like that, which means that my DNA is still alive and that I have chosen to keep them alive and to manifest them upon life, love, and happiness. Okay? And that what is dead must separate itself from me and my loved ones. Okay? And not to absorb itself upon me. All right? So, whatever you want to believe in, a lot of people were doing soothsaying and psychic reading, but they were paying it. They were telling people, "Come, pay me such and such." Half of them wasn't even the truth, and yes, a lot of them consorted in the dead, which means that you have to bring a dead dog or a dead bird or a dead. That's the dead. God would never ask you to do any of these things. Every form of element that you need is already within you. It's a life force, but blood is a life force and needed to be sacrificed. That's why it's inside of you, to be activated, to manifest it from without into your art, into theirs. Bring it back if it's not no good for yourself. You can't transfer that energy. Give back to them their darkness, their sickness, their hatred, their jealousy, everything. Give it back to them. Keep your peace. Keep your blessings. Okay? You gotta, you know, pour semen on certain things and this will happen. Well, y'all know that when Judah poured his semen onto the ground so that his wife wouldn't be able to come pregnant, even though we understand that he didn't want her to have his child because it still belonged to his brother or whatever situation. Y'all understand it was a beautiful blessing. But the point was, God was ready to kill him. I think God actually did. I think God done that. He did strong. No, you but look it up though. And I think is that with Tamara and Judah. Anyhow, just look it up. He wasted the semen because that is a life force, but it's to be used in a proper way to bring forth life. He was wishing death on it. Okay? Those are things of the dead that God command you not to do. Bring forth the urine and all these kind of things. Now, for some of you who want to do, I'm not gonna really get into some of those things because I'd rather for y'all to be led by the spirit and stuff like that. I don't want to tell you to do certain types of things and You're like, I thought you just, you know what I'm saying? No, me personally, I don't destroy animals, trees, nature, people, or anything, but I do destroy that what try to bring forth death and death to those things that come here. I do not kill, okay? But I will defend myself at all costs. And usually God fight my battles. I really don't worry about all that. Just by a simple word and it's done. You know what I'm saying? Okay? So understand this. Understand that it is your right to live. You don't need permission to live. You don't owe nobody nothing, no matter what kind of contract you done sign, because they tricked you. They made you believe that this was the only way, and it wasn't. They stole from God. Okay? God created humans. It's not their right. God never ever said that you should have dominionship over men. I'm just letting you know this right now. He said over the seas, the trees, the water, the birds, the beasts of the field, which means animals. And even with that, he says to be fruitful and to multiply. That he even wanted all those things to be fruitful, not to become hateful, not to be hunted down and butchered or whatever. Okay? Now, I know some of y'all are hunters. That's why I say use a sleeping thing if you're practicing on your skills and stuff like that. But I'm just giving you understanding. But he did not ever say for man to have dominionship. He said, I have made man in the image of us. That's both male and female. For some of y'all who don't like to hear that, it's because you still within yourself have a form of the very thing that the adversary fell. He fell because he wanted dominionship. He wanted the seat of glory. He wanted to rule over woman. When God created her, he created him. This is the real truth. Okay? For many of y'all men and women, it is good for y'all to be submissive one to another, but most importantly, be submissive unto God, unto the Holy Spirit. What God placed together, no man can asunder. Be drawn to your love. Be drawn to your light. Pray continuously that you're not being led by witchcraft, because sometimes you could be led to somebody and feel like, oh, yes, this is it. But somebody else in the background got other motives for your life. You got to be careful of that. Now you become obsessive. Now you want to kill somebody. Now you want to kill her. She ever looked this way? She ever talked to somebody? You out of order. Now, sometimes, I'm not going to lie. If you know that person really care about you and you really don't want to leave, and hearing those kind of things, it may feel good. It feel good sometimes that somebody really care about you. But when it start becoming like truth, that could be a very sick, spooky feeling. Okay? You've been playing the game of swords. Let's see who can cut, the deepest. Let's see who can first. Let's see who can cut each other the deepest. You're out of order. It should be of peace, of love, and of harmony. You want to fight? You continue to fight them battles for people who don't want y'all together, who want to poison your life and keep asking for y'all to feed them, for y'all to clothe them, for y'all to dress them, which God said do these things. God says do these things. But nobody should be in your business. Nobody should be going out there in the background talking about leave this or go that way. They got ulterior motives. Pray before God and get an understanding what it is, okay? I love you. Peace be unto you. Grace.